Our next speaker in the panel discussion is Professor Pradipta Bandyopadhyay. He did his MSc from IIT Kanpur, PhD from Institute of Molecular Science, Okazuki, Japan, and he is now a professor at Jawaharlal Nehru University since 2014. Professor Pradipta Bandyopadhyay.
First of all, since it is discussion, I'll try to keep my talk within maybe 10 minutes, even less than that. And I'll talk about few things. I'll try to provoke you. Just don't agree with me. You please disagree, and maybe we can discuss it afterwards. Let me just open a few slides. So I will try to say that the connection between, in the Indian context, between science and society actually is very weak. Of course, this is not true for this audience. I know many of them, if not a very large number of them, are actively involved. But in general, that is probably not correct. I could be wrong, but that is my opinion. So let's say science is done. I mean, these are a couple of reasons I gave. You know, you can solve some problems you like. Some may be day-to-day activity. It might be useful. But it's not so easy to find for a practicing scientist a connection to society. Because we have a job, we go there, we get salaries are good. So, and the other point is that is a very, very important point, is that what is the society here? I'll give you a concrete example. So today actually I came from home, so I came via Howrah station. So the society is that I can see a lot of people like me, middle class, and it's a nice food plaza, I was having tea. But I also saw that there are, very poor children, very poor old lady. They stand outside the food plaza for some money or something. So they are also part of the society, but not the same society we or most of the audience belong. So although this is not today's talk, but it's important to recognize, and perhaps some other time we can discuss, where is the voice of the subaltern in our Indian science? Is it at all present? If not present, what to do about that? But that's not the main point today. So next is that, so what are the ways to, this is, of course, people have talked about that, ways scientists can connect to society. The first one is very difficult. Temperament, a lot of discussion was done yesterday. Maybe research in a simple language, of course, by teaching less privileged people. Some people do, of course, but question is that, is it happening in India? Yeah, surely it's happening, but may not be whatever little experience I have, it is happening, but it needs a lot of improvement. But one thing is very important is that for a scientist, again, I'm talking about general, it may not be applicable to this audience. Is there a big reason to connect to society? My answer would be no. Why? Because the so-called recognition, and most of the people are, there's a human nature. We care for, most of us care for papers, which is very good. Awards may be very good. I don't agree, but let's say it's good thing to get awards. But then where the society comes, there is no real recognition, there's no real motivation. And but I would just emphasize another reason could be, not the reason, but one of the very important reasons is that in our education system, Indian education system, the delinking of social science and humanities from very early stage. Maybe I wrote a strong statement, large number. I don't know number is large or small, but I know a lot of scientists were otherwise very good in their subject, but know very little about literature, philosophy, other things. In other words, I'm trying to say that if you don't know the society well, how can you connect to society? That's the point. And of course, you cannot learn the society just by reading. You have to interact with them, true. And this may be one reason, not the only reason, for lack of interest connecting with the society in general. There are always exceptions. But of course, there could be ways, and these are a couple of things I have wrote. There are formal kind of meetings and informal ways. But I think it's important. Social science, I don't mean always a formal education, but one needs to be aware of what is happening around us. Around us, it doesn't mean only inside your lab or in the institute. It's much beyond that. And asking questions about society. In India, we don't ask questions, right? That's, I think, that's what I was talking about. And last one is very tough. I don't know how to do it really, but I know a few scientists, actually they do that. Can we mix with people who are not really this slightly privileged, middle class society? Beyond that, so-called subaltern, the term I use that. So maybe these are the points I wanted to make. We can discuss it further. So let's complete at this point today. Okay, thank you.